Alright guys, so we got some amazing breaking news. I'm completely re-scrapping my video for this week. I'm actually in Vegas for the wifey's birthday. Want to see Bruno Mars tonight. Anyways, scrapping this week's video because I got some breaking news that I wanted to share with you guys about a brand new community coming to Menifee. Alright, Trailview, which is going to be in Cimarron Ridge, which is one of your guys' favorite spots. Alright, so they've already got Greenway, they got Pathway, they got Meadows, they got the 255 plus communities, and they just announced Trailview, which is coming here shortly. They're opening up in the summer. But what I'm excited to show you guys today is because they announced the 3 floor plans that are coming, and they are some of the freaking jaw-dropping floor plans that Pulte offers that I'm going to show you guys today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some old videos that I have filmed before at some other communities. All right, so the really cool thing is, because these are floor plans that they've got at other communities, right? If Menifee is not your spot, all right, they still got these in Lake Elsinore, they got these in Paris, they got these in Hemet. All right, so you guys will watch these videos, see these floor plans. If you like them, you know, go ahead and reach out. All right, but I'm super excited to announce, all right, the floor plans they've got coming. All right, we're gonna have the Easton, which is one of the best single-story floor plans, about 2,600 square feet, where you're gonna have the option for a single-story next-gen. All right, you're gonna have the Stafford, which they've actually opened up at Banner Park as well, which is a brand new community. All right, and then we've also got the Prodigy, which is a huge fan favorite. All right, so what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you guys those 3 floor plans. We'll hop on a map, show you guys what it's like to actually live here, with school, shopping, medical care, all that sort of stuff. I'll show you these 3 floor plans. All right, and kind of just let you guys know what's up. All right, so that way you guys are able to see these floor plans as they become available. You guys can get in early access phase 1. I've got agent connections at both of these spots. All right, so where you guys can get phase 1 deals, good value, good equity going forward. So if you like anything you see in this video, make sure you go ahead and reach out. That way you can get into phase 1 and get a lot of, you know, really good equity going forward. That way you can lock something up. I'd be one of the first ones to move in and have a lot of equity going forward. So we'll hop in these 3 models, show you guys what it's like, hop on a map, and see if this is a good fit for you. So anyways, let's get this tour started. Alrighty, so we're gonna kick this thing off with the Easton. All right, what I'm gonna show you right now is their single story, one of their biggest ones, all right, that can be converted into a next gen suite. What I'm gonna show you right now is their model that is in the city of Hemet. All right, but this, like I said, this is all houses that are coming to Menifee. So this is gonna be 2,641 square feet. We're gonna have 5 to 6 bedrooms, 4 to 5 baths. You have the option for a 2 to 3 car garage, and this one's gonna be starting in the mid 600s. Options in the Inland Empire. All right, so come on in here and check this baby out. At first, let's pan to the right and kind of check out. I'm gonna bypass some stuff. All right, this is basically where that next gen area would be. So we're gonna start off with the next gen area. So there's gonna be a door here separating basically that unit if you chose to do this. Now, you could leave this house as is right here. All right, just the way it's laid out in this model. It's not modeled as a next gen unit right now. All right, but I know there's lots of people looking for single story next gens. All right, so this could be laid out as one of those, but if you don't want that door and you want to keep it all part of the house, that's fine too. So anyways, let me scoot back and restart. So once again, we are kind of at this next gen spot here. So you walk in right here, and we're gonna have a little like storage closet area. Right here, we're gonna have this bathroom area. So this is gonna be one of the next gen bathrooms for the next gen suite, or we can call it bathroom number 1. All right, if you're not gonna make it a next gen suite, all right, we'll call this bedroom number 1 or the next gen bedroom. Pretty good size here, nice and wide. Not a whole lot of room at the foot of the bed here. All right, but this is a bigger bed than they normally use in some of these models, and kind of just see the nightstands on each side. Like that accent wall up there. You got that chandelier hanging down. And then you got this nice window letting some natural light in, looking out to the front of the house. Got your sliding closet doors over here. A little art there. Alrighty, then over here is kind of like the next gen living room, or like a secondary living room area. All right, if you're not gonna make this that next gen suite. So the door I mentioned would be basically right behind where this lamp is. Then you have the option to put like a kitchenette along this wall here. So there are some options there. A nice little feel to this, the way it's currently set up. Nice big secondary living area. All right, so anyways, I'm gonna go back to the front of the house, to the door we opened. All right, to the front entrance right here, boom. All right, So we're back to the front. I'm not going to go to the next gen area, but I do want to turn here to this little flex room over here. So it's a nice little like office they have right on the entryway. All right, so there's no doors here, right, when it's used as the flex space. And then you get this window kind of looking out to the entryway to the house by that front door. Just a nice little spot here. This would be a good office space to hang out and get some work done if you work from home. Right, almost like a study or something like that. All right, and then right here, we're gonna have what I'm gonna call bedroom number 2 for the purpose of this video. All right, so bedroom number 2 right here. All right, it is kind of, and I'm gonna say awkward shape, but uniquely shaped. Right, there's the flat wall right here. All right, and kind of just bends around here. All right, and this one you can see has the ensuite bathroom right there, which I'll get into in a second. All right, so you do have an ensuite bathroom on this one. All right, and there will be a door on this one, however. All right, I just don't want kids slamming fingers with the models. All right, so you got your normal shower tub combo, all that kind of stuff. I do like that accent wall there, and it matches the accent wall in the actual room. And this thing around, not like a really, there's not like a really good spot to put a TV, but all the different doors and curves on the wall. I don't know what you would do, but that's not for me to decide. All right, so we'll walk on past here. So we're back at the front door here. I'm gonna walk to the left now. All right, so this will be our garage access. All right, remember, we've got a 3-car garage. All right, there's an option probably, I'm guessing. All right, we got our coat closet right here. Laundry room right as we enter from the garage area. So you got those hanging cabinets up top, utility sink right here. And then you got the washer dryer hookups. I like the flooring on this model. Oh, that's kind of cool as you enter, to put like a spot to hang your coats or jackets or whatever. All right, now we're getting down to the normal part of the house. So this is a beautiful entryway. Like the way they got this decorated with like this like paneling going down. Nice entryway table. Cool little art right there. Go on back here. And we're gonna see this giant great room. This is humongous, guys. Wow. This is super cool. All right, so we got our living room area right here. And as I always like to point out, all right, those rugs do so much for the area. All right, so really cool there. Got that chandelier up top as well. And then they continue with that paneling, like as an accent wall, all the way along that wall where the TV is. All right, and then they got the two like entertainment center dresser things side by side. Just makes this room look really grand. All right, same thing with these coffee tables. That's just kind of like a designer hack, is to get 2 of the same, set them next to each other, and it looks super, super grand and luxurious. All right, got these 2 windows looking out to the backyard. All right, there's some rooms back there we'll check out in a sec. All right, but I want to kind of just show you guys the kitchen. I'll do a quick little pan of the kitchen before I walk through it. And then we've got our pantry right here. Huge pantry. So much space in here. Like, yeah, that's humongous. So lots of shelving space and even really floor space, even on top of the shelves up there. All right, we have this really good sized island. All right, the executive island here with those little leg posts. All right, but they got 3 seats here. They're kind of on the wider side. You might be able to squeeze a 4th in. And then I love those pendant lights hanging down. Oh, that's kind of unique the way those cabinets are over there. Got the extended cabinets up top. Then they got the countertop and that extended backsplash with the slab up there. Really nice feel to this. All right, and then this is going to be the chef's kitchen. All right, this is one of the upgrades they've got. All right, so this is a kind of just a better kitchen with that hood and that stovetop. All right, you got your schmancy microwave up top here, and then we got our oven right here. I'm going to show you guys the sink and this island and everything. So giant sink here. Love the faucet. Got some more storage on the island right here. And then this just flows really nicely. You can hang out at the island. You got people in the living room. You got the dining area over here. So just a really nice open field for this living area right here. We'll go on this way. We've got another window looking out to the side of the house. Then we've got our intended or designated dining area. So you got room for a Nice table right off the island there, kind of behind the couches for the living room. And I like that little piece. It's always, I don't want to say hard, but naked walls are no fun. All right. So it's cool to have some nice decorations there. Alrighty. And then I'm not going to go in the backyard on this one. All right. But they default as blank canvases. All right. A lot of the backyards in this community actually have huge lots. All right. The single story floor plans. All right. It's, you know, the square footage is all on one level versus the 2-story ones are kind of stacked on top of each other. So the single story floor plans have less backyard space than the 2-story ones. All right. So that's just something to consider. But I do know there's people out there that hate having to maintain and build the backyard. So just food for thought. All right, so I'm gonna walk on over here to the back half of the house where we've got a few things. So let's see what we got here. All right, so to the right, I'm gonna have like another little storage closet type thing. We've got our next bathroom here. This is, I believe, our 3rd bathroom, if I'm counting correctly. Whatever number the editors put, run with that. All right, but just kind of a normal standard bathroom. All right, you got your mirror, your medicine cabinet, sink, toilet, and then that shower tub combo. All right, we've got our next bedroom right here. Really good sized room. There's like lots of space on the sides of the bed, and then also at the foot of the bed. All right, and yeah, one thing I just noticed, the nice tall ceilings here. This is probably, I would guess, 9-foot ceilings. All right, and then we've got our little pop-in closet right here. The racks and the rods that hang stuff. All right. Oh, that's, I probably didn't put that on the other way, but I really like that art piece kind of right here. It's like, it's designed for the hallway, but you can still, you know, you still see it from like the living room area. Anyways, we'll walk on into the master bedroom. Really good sized room. And they shows different accent colors, so they kind of got that gray color for accent wall here. Once again, that nice little kind of rug in there on the hardwood floor. The nightstands on both sides. Nice big window looking out into the backyard. Oh, I kind of like that little light at the top too. Yeah, so this has just got a nice feel to it. And it's kind of secluded and at the back of the house. All right, but if you had a young kid and you're kind of worried about it, you could throw them on that first room that was like right off the side there. And then the rest of the house is kind of secluded. All right, and then we're gonna walk into our master bathroom. Now there will be no door here. All right, it's even honestly really even hard to put one here with the, you guys can't see it from the thing probably, but there's like a, there's an angle to this wall. All right, so it's probably even hard to do a barn door type thing. But anyways, you walk in here, master bathroom. So you got the dual sinks, giant mirror, medicine cabinet. They got some cool flooring in here as well. You've got the soaking tub, the walk-in shower. Over here, we've got our throne area. All right, probably the right amount of space. Sometimes these little throne areas like have like 5 feet in front of the toilet. Like you just need to get in there and do your business and get out. Alrighty, and then over here, we're gonna have our walk-in closet. All right, one thing I love about Pulte is they've got these like built-in shelves in the showers, in the closet. All right, some other builders do like their basic stuff is kind of like a wired shelf and stuff like that. So, you know, I know a lot of my clients love Pulte in their closets, and they probably have some of the best standard closets out of all the new builders in the area. So anyways, lots of space in this closet. All right, so next up, we're gonna head to the Stafford. All right, this one I'm gonna show you right now is a model home at Banner Park, already in the city of Menifee, but this one's coming to Trailview at Cimarron Ridge as well. It's gonna be a beast of a house, 3,047 square feet plus. We're gonna have 5 to 6 bedrooms, 3 to 5.5 bathrooms, and up to a 3-car garage. All right, and we're gonna say this one's gonna start in the high 600s. Walk on in and see this one. I think I have been in here. I'm pretty sure I've been in this one before. All right, so let's go ahead and glasses off. All right, so first thing you know, kind of get different flooring, so kind of tile flooring throughout on this one. I like how you can see right as you walk in, kind of that overhang up there. We'll get into all that stuff in a second, but first let's turn left. And let's go check out bedroom number 1. All right, you know, the 9-foot ceilings in here. A little accent wall that kind of matches the bedding. We got the dressers on each side there, dresser / nightstand. All right, and this one's kind of got its own little suite downstairs, which was really cool. There's lots of people that either have, like, you know, young adults living with them still, or grandma and grandpa coming to live with them. Nice little cutout on that wall. Window looking out to the front of the house. Let's go in here and this is the ensuite bathroom right here. So it's like a mini master. All right, so you got the sink, the mirror, shower tub combo. I have seen, and I believe it's an option because, like, let's turn around. What I'm finding more and more of is people that are moving, like, with grandma and grandpa, and they need like a walk-in shower there with their legs super high. So they do have the option here, I believe, to make this one of those types of showers where you can not have a big ledge to walk over, but the standard thing is this with the shower tub combo. All right, you got all that there, and then we got a little pop-in closet for whoever this is downstairs. There's a room back here. Hold on. Okay. I want to make sure I don't skimping out on you guys. I like to show you guys everything. All right, so we'll walk on here, go across the hall this way, and we got like a little powder room, half bathroom right as you enter the house. Yeah, normal stuff. And then over here we got like our coat closet, traditional coat closet as you enter the house right there. And we'll walk on back here. Got this nice stairway going up. We'll get to that in a minute, but I love that accent wall with the paneling. Super cool. This giant chandelier hanging down. This super high ceiling. This feels very grand right here in this entryway. You got this little entryway table, these bare walls, and then you got this flex room spot right here. Super nice little area here. I like that textured wallpaper, gradient, ombre, whatever the terminology is. Just a super cool feel to this. Get those things there. Nice big clock, and then more textured wallpaper on that wall. Really cool light fixture up top. I am digging it. Oh, and then another area rug and the curtains back there. Super vibey flex room right here. All right, anyways, let's go back in to the great room area. I'll give you guys a nice little pan of this before I break it down for you. Super cool area here. All right, so we'll start off with this living room. Got a nice big area rug here. 2 separate couches with that, like, I don't want a nightstand, but thingy there. You got the coffee table, couch in the corner. Man, this is inspiration all over the place here. You got the window off to the side and that window looking out to the backyard. You got a sliding door here. We'll check out the backyard in a second. All right, but we got a pretty good sized kitchen. The island is humongous. All right, so really good sized island there. Easily fits 4. Like those light fixtures up top. Lots of counter space and cabinet space up here. Same thing over here. You got the hood and stovetop. Really nice sink here with the dark finishes. Like the countertops too. And then once again, extended backsplash. We got our microwave, our oven. This is a really cool entryway. So there's the garage access here. This almost looks like it almost looks like a playground, like little kids thing with swings and stuff. Just the shape of it with, like, you know, the A-frame. You get to hang your bags there. There's a nice little mirror before you go out to the car. Like, oh, do I look good today or whatever? And then you go out to your car in the garage. That's a really cool little piece. And then they've got our pantry. Guys, this pantry is amazing. So super big pantry, but it doubles as our movie theater. But so the kids don't have to go far for snacks, but they're gonna be all over the snacks if you do that. Alrighty, I did see this back here, so I'm assuming, right, this could be a 3-car garage, but it appears as though they converted this into a suite. So there's an option for this suite too. So we have that little mini master at the front of the house over there. All right, and then this one actually feels like more of a mini master because it's bigger. All right, so you have the option to turn the 3-car garage into a suite. So this is how this one's modeled. I believe if there's no suite, there's like a Pulte working station that goes here. I could be wrong, all right, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's set up. But they got rid of the 3-car garage on this one and turned it into a suite back here. Super cool. The
that textured wallpaper back there. The artwork, the big dressers on each nightstand. Dresser, yeah, those are more dressers or nightstands. More dressers than nightstands, I don't know. Now, nice good sized bed here. And then holy mirror. That is a big ass mirror. And so that's kind of where the TV goes. All right, and come down this little, I'll say hallway, I guess. So this person's gonna have like their own little linen closet, it looks like. I have seen people turn like these, if like you wanted to make this like a separate suite for whoever lives back here, make these like it's like a washer dryer area potentially. Might be a little tough, this one. But got our closet for this person right here. And over here, they've got their own bathroom. All right, so this is kind of that shower I was talking about earlier that you could put in the front there too. So kind of just this walk-in shower with a sliding door. And it's really cool setup here for another mini master. You got the windows looking out to the back. All right, so now we're gonna start. Oh, we're gonna go to the backyard. I was about to do my spiel as I walked up the stairs. I forgot the backyard. All right, so once again, there's no covered patio on this one. All right, but just give you guys that inspiration here. So really good sized yards back here. You got some cornhole set up. I'm pretty sure I can smoke anyone in cornhole. I'm pretty good. Nice views up here. I like it. All right, anyways, let's go in. We'll go to the stairs now. All right, so let's go over here. We've got that entryway table I mentioned earlier, but this is another thing you can do. So on the other ones, we kind of saw the wooden handrails. All right, this one's kind of a more upgraded version there. But also, guys, even just notice right here, just like the detail right there with that wood going up on the side of the stairs here. Just a super grand feel to this staircase. So we'll walk on up to a giant loft. Really good sized loft up here. All right, we'll save the master for last, but this little entryway there. Super cool. Got like a photography thing here. Oh, I saw this exact thing on Instagram. I was trying to decorate my office with like different artwork I'm trying to do. Super cool gumotivational type stuff. Oh, I was gonna say photography room, but not really. Focus on what matters. So this is a motivation central up here. And so you got these cool little tables and seats and all this stuff. You got window looking out to the back. Once again, that's the busy street. Not that busy. Don't get turned off when you see it on the main road. All right, so right off the loft, we're gonna have like a linen closet / storage area. I don't even know how I'm gonna call these bedrooms. I think I'm gonna call this bedroom number technically 2, I guess. Because that one downstairs we first saw is for sure bedroom 1. Then there's that ensuite area in the back. There's an option. So this is really, I guess, bedroom 2. Pretty good sized room. The ceilings are shorter up here, back down to 8 feet. Dressers on each side, the closet over there. Yeah, kind of just feels like a standard room. I feel like that's a little, maybe just me, but it feels like too cluttery with the decorations there. All right, next up we've got our laundry room. All right, still got some mess up here. I'm assuming those are supposed to be side-by-side hampers. All right, the washer dryer there, folding table, hanging cabinets up top. Across the way here, we're gonna have another bathroom. We get the his and her sinks, or the dual sinks, I guess I should say, with the big mirror, got the light fixtures up top. Once again, a little privacy door here, so whoever wants to get ready in the morning or whatever needs this area, but doesn't need to go to the bathroom or take a shower or bath or whatever. All right, so we got that. Walk further on down. More bedrooms down here. Oh, is this gonna be Jack and Jill? Maybe? No, it's not. Anyway, so once again, a really good sized secondary bedroom. A little sun thing in the corner. It's kind of cool. Spin it around for you. Hello, sunshine. Oh, that's a pretty cool dresser right there. I like that. And then this is gonna have kind of a pop-in, walk-in closet for this person. So lots of space in here. Window looking out. Some floor space too. All right, then we got our next bedroom right over here. I love the those little nightstand dresser things on the side. That's cool. That wood tone there. Dare to dream. There we go. What does that one say? Just be free. Cool. But I do like those dressers and nightstands and stuff. Super cool. Window looking out to the front. Then over here we got like another little like pop-in closet type of thing. Over here. Let's go check out that master bedroom now on the other side. So it's cool because all of these rooms are kind of on this side of the loft. All right, but then our primary suite master bedroom is on this side, and I'm separate from everyone. All right, so once again, a really good sized master bedroom. You got that nice big window looking out to the backyard, another window over there. Lots of space in here. You got like a skinny nightstand dresser thing on that side. Bigger one on this side. It's a textured, it's like a wood like textured wallpaper type thing. Accent wall, it's kind of cool. Like that light fixture. Really cool. It's cool. You can kind of see that on the accent wall up the stairs there too. All right, there's that traffic. Not too bad. All right, then over here we're gonna have the master bathroom. All right, so master bathroom. We'll turn to the left first. Got like a linen closet right here. Behind me, we are going to have our throne area with the same kind of, I was gonna say the same walls as the, it's not that textured wood, but it's kind of a similar color. All right, then over here we got the his and her sink. So giant countertop there, big mirror with those light fixtures up top. Then we got our soaking tub, walk-in shower with that dark trim. All right, make sure you pull the blinds down for bath time. Put a curtain there or something. All right, and then we got our walk-in closet. Pretty good size here. Can absolutely do the spin test. You got those built-in shelves again. Guys, Pulte makes the best standard closets. All right, for the for your regular builders. So I'll go ahead and do my spin test right here. Full spin test. It works. It passes the test with flying colors.
All right, so last but certainly not least is going to be the Prodigy. This one right here is a fan favorite, and it is huge. 3,336 square feet. We're going to have 5 bedrooms, 4 to 5 bathrooms, 3-car garage. All right, the one I'm going to show you right now was filmed at Lake Elsinore literally 1 year ago from today. I'm going to look a little bit different. You'll see I still had my hair at the time. All right, so I have a full head of hair. My beard hasn't turned white yet. All right, so it's exactly 1 year ago today, but I'm super excited to show you this one. And like I said, this is a fan favorite. They currently got it in Lake Elsinore. They've got it in Hemet, and now it's coming to Menifee. I'm excited to show you guys right now.
We'll go ahead and flow into this one. All right, oof. This is one of my favorite things when you have this overlooking. So I'll show you that first. All right, so this kind of has the feel of like a, I don't know, the houses I've seen in Texas, that have been in Texas. You got your like dining area off to one side as you enter. So you got I'm gonna say that's the formal dining area right there. I'm gonna imagine it goes in the kitchen back there, but we'll go to the right. We got a full bathroom right here. So bathroom number 1, shower tub combo. Got your toilet, your sink, all that good stuff. Right here, we've got like a linen closet type of thing. All right, and then we've got bedroom number 1. All right, really, I mean, I'm not gonna say really good size, but it's I don't know, standard size bedroom, I guess. It feels good, doesn't feel too small, doesn't feel super big. Just kind of standard. Got that big window looking out to the front as well. Off that dining area. Now, before we get to the great room, oh, we got a movie theater. So tons and tons of storage under the stairs. All right, if you're brand new or haven't been around to the channel, we call this the movie theater because my kids, my brother-in-law had a house in Huntington Beach, had something like this when they were little kids. They used to go under there and watch movies on the iPad, and be hanging out in this house, having barbecues by the pool and stuff. So we call these the movie theater. So now you're in on the joke, I guess. Anyway, so we walk in here to our great room, and this is a really nice entertaining space. Holy cow. Do a little pan for you guys here. All right, so we'll start off with the living room right here. I didn't even mention the stairs. You got the stairs going up. Like the railing there. Have you guys seen that meme online? It's like, you're not rich until your couches don't touch the wall or something like that. I don't know.
Anyways, this feels super luxurious in this living room area. Got that accent wall behind the TV there. Lots of natural light coming in. We'll go out the backyard in a second. All right, you got your dining area here. I guess I would call this a breakfast nook type thing, because over there we had what I would consider the formal dining, right? But you got a little dining area right here. Like that light fixture. A cool little piece of the clocks. All right, we'll get to the kitchen in a second. But first, this little built-in home office type thing is super cool. So if you got kids or maybe you work from home, this would be a good spot to shoot. Or if you're someone, like I'm just thinking like my wife, like if she does like some Cricut, like arts and crafts type stuff, this would be a good little station for that too. If you wanted to make that work. But I mean, loving this little calendar thing they got on there too. There's some really cool touches they've got. And then the countertop here matches the kitchen. Love that. And it looks like there's got like a little storage closet off of that. So if you're someone who works from home, this might be a really cool spot. Or like I said, if you got kids, homework. All right, so we got our kitchen here with a ginormous island. I'm loving the kind of that bluish color. I'm a little bit colorblind, but I think that's blue. I think it matches that couch, and the couch is for sure blue. So you got a really big island right here. Nice giant sink. It's just kind of just the lights up there. This is like our, I don't know, this feels like home, right? It's not, we're not too far away from the living room. You can stay here, being, cooking or doing whatever. Washing dishes, be in that conversation there, and watching TV, that sort of thing. You can have people sitting there. This just feels like a really cool spot to be in this house. Little coffee station set up there. There you guys, the stove and the ovens. Really liking the feel of this one. You got your microwave, oven, and then some pull-out drawers below that. Oh, something really cool that Pulte does and some other builders are starting to do is if you like the furniture in here, you can actually, like they have a link to it too. So if you like the way things are set up or something in particular, you can actually buy it. Anyways, all right, cool. Let's go back here. So we've got our pantry right off of that garage. Really good sized pantry. Much bigger than the previous house. This is kind of, obviously it's not built in, right? But this is a cool little piece to have here as you enter the house from that garage. All right, and then you've got this bedroom right here, which basically is a mini master, all right, which is super cool to have downstairs. So this isn't a next-gen house, but, right, you could have someone living down here with their own private bathroom, that ensuite back there. So really good sized room downstairs here. We'll call this bedroom 2 or mini master. They got their own storage closet there. So their little pop-in and walk-in closet. And then they got their own private bathroom with a shower there. We've got toilet, sink, all that good stuff. And, ooh, that's kind of a cool texture on that wall. I didn't notice that before. Super cool, and kind of ties in that blue with the kitchen and the furniture over yonder. All right, so before we go upstairs, let's go check out that backyard. All right, so I'll note the double doors here. Really cool for entertaining to have these things slid open all the way. Obviously, this is an upgrade, but really nice. You got your patio coverage there. You got a built-in barbecue on this one. And once again, just a huge backyard. As I fly the drone up, you'll see like all these houses have just really big lots. So much. If you have an imagination and the budget, you can make this thing real sweet. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these doors closed up, and then we'll head upstairs. While I'm doing that, just remind you guys that this is a show that I do every Saturday at 8 a.m. All right, so I go to new communities. I film them on Monday or Tuesday. Get them out on the following Saturday. All right, so every Saturday at 8 a.m. All right, I'm going to be here. So do the stuff, like, subscribe, tap that notification bell. And if you like anything, go ahead and reach out. Whether you're coming out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whatever. All right, I'm the guy that answers the phone. I text, call, email, whatever. I'm the guy that we talk to. Anyways, we got to the top of the stairs. All right, so instead of boring looking at stairs, I was talking to you. Top of the stairs, we got a giant loft area. I like the way they got this homework thing set up right here for the kids, these leaning wall desks. I'm gonna take a breather for a second. Not gonna lie, I was a little out of shape talking and walking. We got a cool view out there. Look at this, really cool vibe here. Big loft. And then of course you had what I pointed out as we entered. This kind of overlooks the entry to the house. This also feels like very Texas to me. Alrighty, but right here, top of the stairs, we got our next bathroom. Full bathroom here, sink, toilet, shower tub combo. Got your mirror. Right next to our next bedroom. So this will be bedroom 3, I believe, if I count it right. This feels almost the same size as the one that's probably directly below it. That first one we saw. We got this big window looking out. Guys, I can't get over these views. You know, it's crazy. I love it. And then you have the school there. There's a park beyond the school. You guys, it's just a feel. So I just come up the stairs. You obviously got whoever's in this bedroom has this bathroom, and people hang out in the loft. There's a bathroom right here for them too. In the corner here, we're gonna have pretty good. It's like a storage closet with shelving in there. Walk down this. We'll skip the master, save it for last. All right, to the left we have another bedroom. This one feels like a pretty decent sized bedroom. Ooh, I kind of like that. You got the surfing dude, and then you got these sharks there. That's pretty cool. Oh, this one's got its own bathroom too. What? Oh, it's a little Jack and Jill. All right. So you got a pop-in closet here. Little storage area here for the bathroom. You got your own sink on this side. You're going to go into the bathroom with the toilet, and you got the shower tub combo. But then as we walk through that, all right, we got another sink area right here for this bedroom. All right. I lost count of bedrooms, so I'm sure the editors will throw it on the screen. Anyways, got another bedroom here. This one feels huge, guys. This bedroom is huge. Oh, it's got a little wraparound thing there to a closet. Wow. All right, so you got the 2 rods and the shelving. Ooh, built-in shelves there, I guess. I can actually walk into that one. So this is a really cool room. I don't remember it like that the first time I was here. And so that was that room, and it kind of wraps around to that room. All right, then right off of that, we've got our laundry room. Laundry with those built-in cabinets. We got the sink. Oh, this kind of extended countertop with cabinets and then built-in cabinets at the top. Really cool there. And this right here is basically like the brains of your house. You guys get your Wi-Fi set up there, security systems, surround sound, everything, just so you don't have like wires and random spots in the house. So that's a really cool feature. And then last but not least, we have the master bedroom. Really big room here. Kind of go in the back corners to show you guys just how big this thing is. All right, and you have this really cool like decorative piece on the wall texture here. You got that big mirror, or not mirror, big window looking out to that backyard. It's nice. There. And then we flow into the master bathroom. Right to the right, we're gonna have our throne area. We got our tub, our shower. Got a big window there, more light there. Giant countertop with the dual sinks. Lots of cabinets and drawers. Giant mirror. You got the medicine cabinet right there. And then we've got our walk-in closet. There we go. So pretty decent sized closet. I'll do my wannabe spin test here. So you guys will just see how long it is down that way. You got the built-in cabinets right here. I'll spin a little bit to scrunch my arms, but it gets the job done. Yeah, this house was pretty impressive, I thought. I think overall is really nice.
Alrighty, guys, so I'm gonna do what I always do real quickly. I want to hop on the map and show you guys what it's like to actually live here. Just see, I'm in my hotel room right now, but I'm just gonna go quickly through this a little bit faster than normal, just so you guys get a taste of the school, shopping, medical care, things to do, all that sort of stuff. So kind of be a rapid fire thing, but let's dive into it. All right, so real quick, I just want to hop on and just show you guys their website and see how new this is. They don't have an address of where the models are gonna be. We know it's gonna be on Goats and Valley. I'll show you on the map here in a second. All right, but just showing you guys that I truthfully don't know the prices, as I mentioned earlier. We're starting in the mid 600s, it says. All right, you got the floor plans here that I mentioned, the Easton, the Stafford, and the Prodigy with everything there, but price coming soon, but it's saying it's starting in the mid 600s. So that's why I said the Easton's going to start in the mid 600s. The Stafford's probably going to be high 600s.
and the Prodigy is probably gonna be low 700s. So I'm gonna get into everything here, but just know that Cimarron Ridge is one of the top communities in this whole area. You got in the Meadows community homes that are gonna be close to $1 million. I actually have one closing literally today. I'll probably get the email. I might have already got the email notification. I don't know. All right, but email or text. Sebastian and Christian moved down from Santa Barbara. They just bought a massive house in Meadows, the gated community there. Amazing views with Cimarron Ridge. So you're gonna be in a great spot here. And just look at these amenities here. You got family-friendly community, multiple parks for kids. There's a playground, multi-acre sports park coming, which I'll show you on the map. Lots of open spaces and trails. You see on some of the drone shots from the other communities just how, just the trails, the views, just it's gorgeous, guys. So I'm really excited for this one as it opens up. But anyways, let's go on the map and kind of show you here. So this is kind of where the community is supposed to go. They're going to have the arbor and trellis, the Doab community right there. And then over here on Thornton, this is where you got Pathway, you got Greenway, and then Meadows up here, kind of all wrapped in here. So there's a big community up here, Cimarron Ridge. We'll zoom out. It's basically North Menifee, kind of borders up to Paris, which is also kind of an up-and-coming area right now with lots of new development coming. So I'm super excited about Paris as well. So you're going to have lots of different access here to different things. All right, anyways, so we're right up here. I want to go over the schools first, just to kind of show you guys the schools we're zoned to and how close everything is. So we got Ridgemore Elementary School is going to be the closest school, about a 7-minute drive there, so super short drive. We're going to have Newport Middle School, which is basically a brand new middle school in Audie Murphy. All right, very beautiful campus. I don't have any drone shots of it yet, but in one of the best communities in Menifee. I also heard they're building some more schools closer to Cimarron Ridge that these could be zone 2 down the road, but let's just go with what we know for now. So about 10 minutes there. And then we're zone 2 Paloma Valley High School. This to me is like very picturesque high school. I love flying the drone here. My daughter did cheerleading here when we first moved to Menifee, and just it was super cool. The sunsets, the palm trees by the football field, all turf. It was kind of a super cool feel there, but we're a little bit less than 15 minutes there. And I'll do the charter school. Santa Rosa is a charter school. You have to get a lottery system to get in, but it's easier to get in kindergarten, 6th grade, and high school. All right, so we're planning on sending my kids there once they get to middle school and or high school, and then a little cruisy in Rome. We'll hopefully get there in kindergarten. All right, but Santa Rosa is like I said, a pretty top-notch charter school in the area that you have to have a lottery system to get into. So once again, 15 minutes away there. And if you're someone who needs the junior college stuff, you got Mount San Jacinto College, about 15 minutes away. So that covers the schooling. Next I want to do the shopping. All right, so we're actually pretty close to this shopping center here on Case Road in Paris. We're about an 8-minute drive to this shopping center here. There's Home Depot, there's Winco for grocery shopping. There's all kinds of little restaurants, fast food spots, car wash, all kinds of stuff in here. All right, but most people are going to want to go to the Target, the Four Corners, I call it, in Menifee. This is kind of that main shopping center. And like I said, I'm going rapid speed today, guys. If you want to get more in-depth on this, I got more videos on these little map things, or you can just reach out and ask me. But everything you need is on these Four Corners where the 215 and Newport meet, basically. So you got your Target, In and Out, all kinds of restaurants, stuff like that. On this side, there's a Lowe's as well. Like I said, dozens of restaurants and food options, even extending down Newport here. This top left corner, where all these ads are popping up, there's Chick-fil-A, Texas Roadhouse, Jersey Mike's, Flame Broiler. Top right side up here, you got Raising Cane's, there's a gym, you got all you can eat sushi spot, another coffee place, Blaze Pizza. And this bottom right is where my favorite restaurant is, Savage Chef. There's also Michi Tacos, there's a Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, some other things there. So that's kind of like the main hub of Menifee. And then if you're someone who needs to get into Costco, there's one in Marietta. All right, Marietta, Costco, about 18 minutes away. Another big shopping center down there. Let's do Old Town Temecula. Old Town Temecula, for that, there's mom and pop restaurants, really cool foodie type scene, breweries and that sort of stuff. About 25 minutes there. I will do Pechanga, so for their Mother's Day last weekend. 30 minutes to casino there. Super cool vibey spot, lots of restaurants, casino, golf course, really cool pool area to hang out there as well. Wine Country is about 30 minutes away in Temecula. The mall, Promenade Temecula, the mall, most traditional mall in the area, about 25-ish minutes, 25 minutes from our community here at Cimarron Ridge. This is like your more traditional mall with movie theaters, food court, restaurants, department stores. You're also going to have kind of upscale outdoor shopping area with Apple Store, Coach, Lululemon. There's a Yard House out there. One of my wife's favorite ice cream spots called Afters that we've been going to a lot lately. Really good ice cream there. So really cool, like your normal traditional mall that you would think of when you think of going to the mall. So that's where that is, about 25 minutes away. And there's lots of, zoom out, you see lots of like outdoor living types of stuff, lots of lakes. So you got You've got Diamond Valley Lake up here. You got Lake Skinner. You got Lake Elsinore, and up north you got Paris Lake or Lake Paris. That's where I go most often with my neighbor. Get on the boat, go on this little island up here, and go basically tailgating on this little private island. So super cool up there. I'm gonna wrap this thing up with the airports. So to get into LAX, once again, these are kind of just points of reference. We're filming this during rush hour on a Wednesday right now. So hour 45 to LAX. To John Wayne Airport in Orange County, we're looking about a little bit over an hour. To Ontario, this is probably your best bet in and out as far as quick traffic, low security lines, about 50 minutes there. San Diego Airport, we're looking at about an hour and 15. Once again, I'm filming this during rush hour. All right, normally it's probably about a little bit less than that. All right, and then the other one's the Palm Springs Airport, which I know they're expanding. All right, or if you're someone who needs to know how to get in and out of the desert, go play golf out there, use the resorts and stuff like that, about an hour 15 from the Palm Springs Airport. And then I always like to wrap this thing up with some fun stuff like Disneyland. So about an hour and 10 minutes from Disneyland, which is awesome. Then I'll do some beaches. So we have La Jolla Beaches down in San Diego, about an hour, 10, hour 15 there. Oceanside Pier, a little bit over an hour to there. And then as far as the beaches in Orange County, little Dana Point, about an hour 15, hour 20 from the beaches in Orange County. So, oh, I didn't do medical care. That's a good one. Sorry, guys. Don't die on me. If you need an emergency room, all right, we got the Menifee Global Medical Center is the closest option for you. All right, this is about 10 minutes away, straight up McCall right here. Now, this isn't like I don't know how to classify emergency rooms, but this is not like a helicopter landing, like no super emergency surgeries here. So if it's a super emergency, don't go here. If your kid pushes a craft up his nose like my kid did, you can send him here and they'll get it out pretty quickly. Jet was doing Halloween stuff and he pushed one of those little big googly eyes up his nose when we first moved out to Menifee, and we had to go get that extracted. So they were very good, very kind, awesome people. I just don't think they have the equipment necessary for like life-saving type stuff, if I'm being real. Alrighty, next up for medical care, there's a Kaiser facility in Marietta. All right, we're about 15 to 20 minutes from there, and I hear they're building an emergency room there. So right now it's just urgent care and medical offices. There is a Kaiser facility in Reno Valley if you need, the emergency room and stuff like that, or even in Riverside's not too far. All right, but Loma Linda is the best medical facility in the area. All right, they got children's hospital type stuff there too, helicopter landing, all that good stuff just south of that Kaiser. So we're about 15 to 20 minutes from the Loma Linda medical facility there, Loma Linda University Medical Center. Anyways, that pretty much wraps this thing up. So let's just wrap up the video.
All right, guys, so I'm about to get ready for this big Bruno Mars concert, but I did want to, like I said, scrap my whole video and show you guys that breaking news of those 3 amazing floor plans coming to Trailview at Cimarron Ridge in the city of Menifee. We hopped on and showed you guys the 3 floor plans that they look like from other communities. All right, and we're getting really big. Some of their best floor plans, huge single story, all the way up to a massive 2-story home with the Prodigy there. So got lots of options there, starting in the mid 600s, and we're just going to say it's going all the way up into the, we'll say it's starting in the low 700s, even though I don't truthfully know yet. That's just my expectations, but I do know it starts in the mid 600s with that Easton floor plan. So we showed you those 3 things, hopped on a map, showed you guys what it's like to actually live here, school, shopping, medical care, all that sort of stuff. All right, but I got a concert to get ready for, but I wanted to share that with you guys. If you liked anything you saw today, make sure you gotta reach out, whether you want to come out today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever. All right, and I'm gonna go back and tour this community when it's actually up. I just wanted to give you guys the inside info, that way you guys say, hey Mike, I really want that spot, get me on the list. All right, because I've got relationships with these guys, get you on the list, get you a great deal early so you can build a bunch of equity. So if you like this sort of stuff, I post these videos every single Saturday at 8 a.m. So if you like touring new houses, new communities, getting the inside info early, if you like the stuff, do this stuff, like, subscribe, tap the notification bell. That way you stay up to date on everything going on in this local area. Anyways, YouTube's gonna put a video over this shoulder. If you like this video, you're probably gonna like that one, and I'll see you there.